our kitchen in the Valley House. And that's Mary Ann on the left, and Marty in the center, and me on the right. I'm the cook. Must have been close to Thanksgiving or 1961, though it didn't say so here. Here it is, December 1961. We had acquired a big puppy and we called him Amos, and he was supposed to be like a dachshund, not a dachshund, but a basset hound size. He grew into a huge, huge dog. The puppy, Amos.
Look at the face.
Huge. Kathy sure liked your hair the way you did it. We did it at your wishing well, and now I've got steps and plants all around it, and Amos is walking around with a ball in his mouth. Okay.
There's Lori.
Lori Thompson, Susie Rodell on the left, and Kathy over on the right, and you
Amos.
Yes, sir. And you were in the big mess back there against the fence, the fun dirt pile. Christmas 1961, and the photo didn't come out very good at all. Wonder who took it.
At the Bates, it says.
Oh, we were at Bob and Alice Bates. Okay. Alice and their dog. This is growing, and my cat doesn't know whether he likes it or not. Dog in the wishing well.
Getting bigger.
Cat. How he managed to get up there. Ponzi was always able to jump and snoop and get anywhere he wanted. He still had the zap to do it. He lived to be 17 years old. With this birthday party, March 1962. Kathy's on the left. No, second from the left. That's Lori on the left.
It says Lori, Kathy, Dave, Buddy, Rick, Debbie, James, Amos, Doug, and Susie.
Kids. March 10th. 9 years old. Boy, Amos got in the center of that one. They come out for a birthday visit. That's Marty between Dad Hambright and Granny. Who's over? Is that Doug on the right?
No.
Can't tell. That's the bunch. Granny liked them all. I guess they were her grandkids. And that's Martha with the gang. They drive to Griffith Park, May 1962. I think the train still exists there. Growing puppy Amos with us for a ride. Amos, he is about the right size. So was I about the right size. And looking over the building and new construction. Chavez Ravine, Dodger Stadium coming up. That's where they put the Dodger Stadium. 1961, there's Doug, and that's Kathy, and there's Dave. School pictures, no doubt. May 1962, Doug and Kathy. Look at those cute curls.
My hair's getting long.
And Dave looks better. And what's the age here? There's that growing Amos. Look at how big that dog is getting. Kathy's getting smaller.
He's as big as the wishing well now.
Yeah, now the wishing well has the bucket pulley wheel that Grandpa gave us to add to our decor. Great backyard
and
picture.
Dave.
Blurry picture to start with. But that's Lori on the right.
It says a mud cake with candles.
Oh, they would use that as a table, making their mud pie cakes and candles. The kids watching Amos starting off his tunnel to China. And there's Amos getting bigger.
Amos got the size of a Great Dane.
Picture here either.
At the Williamsons.
Out in San Fernando Valley at Tommy and Marty Williamson's Ben's on the far right, and the gang. This is about as bad as the other picture. Who took these pictures? Now, Marty's and Tommy's house there. They've got the kids on a staggered lineup with Laura and Steve out sitting in front with all the cousins. That's a better picture. Is that Marty on the left?
Mm-hmm.
Then Granny, and then Marianne, then Grandpa. Granny's in L.A. That's me on the right, and a bunch of the gang. Just a bunch of the kids at the table. Picture's got a crinkle in it. June 1962, we went up to this lake near Big Bear, rendezvoused with Marianne and Earl and family. We were camping, all of us, and we dang near froze our tails in June. Kids were trying to catch pollywogs. All the pictures are not too very good.
There's Earl.
Yes, sir. It looks like Ben's fishing. And there's the bunch. Here we have a couple of pictures inserted that were loose. We believe these are the kids riding horseback at Knott's Berry Farm, which was in the period earlier in the other tape. One of those stop and eat times, which was our when do we eat call out all the time when we were traveling. This is an insert back, on the Convict Lake setup. These pictures had been taken out of the album, so we're inserting them on this slot on a test. And that's our Kerry Lodge that we had taken out for our first use, Convict Lake. Here's the back side view. And it was back in August of 1961 or thereabouts. Side view, having it all packed down. I think we had a similar one in the album. Which of us? Who took the picture? Daddy took the picture. Getting ready to travel. 3 are in the upper bunk where they slept in their sleeping bags under the tent tarp with the facing the tailgate of the car. The dressing area, which has the half-moon windows out over the tailgate area, their sleeping quarters were above and ours were down below with our sleeping bags rolled out on air mattresses. Up in the Mammoth Lakes, I think.
Actually, Mom, that's not our boat. That's a postcard.
Right, and there's another picture here, good picture of Lake Mary.
Those aren't our boats either.
In June 1962. Okay, there's part of us. Looks like we're getting ready to
Fish again.
go fish. Dad and Dave at the snack bar, I think. Dave washing his hands in the dishpan, I think. What are you doing there?
Well, I have a little mini skirt on, and I'm putting some socks on. It looks like you made me wash my feet.
Yeah, that's about it.
What am I doing?
Washing your hands. Okay. We're in a boat out in Lake Mary.
That's me.
Yeah. There they are, some more.
Yellow?
Cute eyeglasses, Mom.
Hello?
Yeah.
Benny.
Kids in the background. Oh, we get calls here.
Hello.
Hard
Feet in the water.
There's Dave. Probably feet in the water. The bunch. I moved him. good. That's a good group. One more picture. The camper. Mama's doing something there. That's the rig over by the lake. And the group. That was a good picture, so it should be clear.
I remember that night. I think Doug ate a bunch of hot dogs.
Boy, that looks like a fun night.
Doug, I think you bragged about eating 6 hot dogs that night.
Who?
At the campfire.
Me?
Doug.
Oh.
Here's
Keep
another
my
good
eye.
picture. And there's the tourists. We're walking somewhere, probably down to the lake. Okay, here's another visit to Huntington Beach with the folks being down there and us having a good time. We're on the sand there.
August 1962.
This picture isn't very good. That's Dad and Dave, I think. There's another one not too good. There's the hat I borrowed off of Grandma. She's wearing it. That's a good group.
This is June on that picture.
Yeah, all of these
So that's not August, but
could be the follow-up in the June visit. And I've got them all labeled as August 1962. There's my kids.
ooh, movie star.
Isn't that cute?
We all have sunglasses on. I think we're just trying to be cool at this point.
And Grandpa, and oh, look at the movie
Grandpa,
stars.
where's your sunglasses?
And these pictures aren't too good, but we did make it down onto the sand.
That's Dave and Grandma. Me, I'm still in the movie star mode.
And that's it. Track back up at the lakes. Here was one picture we didn't get in the first group. Picture in our collection all by itself. It's Doug.
There's a tetherball behind him.
Yes, sir. And it's in a folder that says, "From your son." Group that went, had a party at Alice and Bob Faith's bowling party, and guess who came along? All the kids.
We're in the middle.
And it was September 1962. Who's that one? There's Kathy. There's Bob out there working
Is that
something.
Doug being goofy?
Or I don't know. Anyway, Dave's in the boat and Doug's in the background.
No, I'm in the boat.
Kathy's in the boat, honey.
And oh, okay, Kathy was in the boat.
And I remember this
And
chubby checker twist and shout.
And there's Mama and Doug and Dave. Wow, Mama could really swing.
I think Dave's pants are undone.
Yes. Here we are. Oh, that's Lori on the right, Lori Thompson, Kathy in the middle, and Susan Rodell.
This was like my favorite thing to do.
These were the dancers. And there they are in action.
And we thought we were so cool because we were.
And more
Remember that
action
little
shots.
Brodell gal, she was ugly.
Aren't they cute?
Dad, this is on video.
Huh?
And there's a close-up of Kathy, and it wasn't a very good clear picture, but it's a good picture,
I
Kathy.
remember right, her mother was ugly too.
And there they are, the dancer and the monkeys.
Oh, look at, aren't they cute?
Aren't they cute?
Oh, look at little Dougie.
And there's the haircut operation out by the
And Doug's not even here to defend himself.
patio. I was missing out on this.
Oh, there's little Davy Wavy.
Dave's turn. And when I left the clippers sitting out on the front porch one day, and Dave's good friend came along and picked up the clippers and butched.
It was a reverse mohawk.
Yeah, butched Doug or Dave. I can't
He
remember
liked
which.
it though.
Now these are the chefs.
Check it out. The bathroom picture. I love this picture.
And I label it the chefs. They must have made the hats.
How did I survive? Two brothers like that.
The clowns.
Oh, my room. There's my poodle.
Wow.
Oh, that was cute then. The kitchen table.
And look at that smart address of
Oh,
Doug.
this was just, we were so cute, weren't we? And our
And
cute dog.
here's that big dog growing bigger and bigger. Amos. October 1962. November 1962. Kathy in her swing out of that little bitty tree that grew up. Dave's turn. Isn't that a good picture? Mama. I could smile then.
You're going to church.
Well, here we are at a Pacific Aeromotive open house show with the airplanes and all.
These are
Touristing.
the Dimmicks.
And, oh yeah, we went with the Dimmicks.
Do you remember their names?
Barbara, Bill.
Barbara, Bill, and then they had two boys.
I don't want
And
the boy.
Dave's hamming it up in this picture.
Don't want the
Yeah,
boy.
good picture of Dave.
That's the Dimmicks.
One of the boys came by and visited one time.
Dave
Dave.
and his airplane.
You're going too fast on little Davy.
Good picture. Good of the airplane.
I think Dave's thinking about flying that one.
Yes, sir. He's really getting oriented into flying there. What happened? Dad made him the subject of all the
He
pictures.
was.
That's right. You told me you wanted to get somebody in it.
There we are. March 1963. Lori and Kathy in their dance outfits.
Those were so cool, those outfits. Look at our short bangs. That must have been the style.
Aren't you?
This one is a blurry picture just because. That's Lori.
Oh, there's Lori Thompson. And Kathy, look at that darling little girl. And these are pictures are no good at all. In-house pictures didn't take good, but it's the birthday party. There's the dog, that great big dog, Amos.
He was huge.
And the new house we bought in El Segundo with all the little bitty bushes around it. Nothing growing over the pictures. June 1963. That's Dave.
Dave was only 3 years old.
No, 63.
No, he wasn't. 7.
Let's see.
Doug.
We were 10.
They
we
all
were
took
10.
pretty good pictures.
That's
Yeah.
10 years.
Right, and Dave was 7. And look at that cute girl.
So who cut my hair? No.
Yeah. June 1963, we were getting ready to move to El Segundo and found Amos a home out at the LA Target range, a family that wanted a big dog. And Amos loved the kids, so this was a perfect dog for them, and he could be a hunting dog with them.
He got a coyote.
And we tranquilized him so he wouldn't throw up in the car, and he did just fine. And the shooting was going on, and Amos wasn't even disturbed.
And what kind of mix of dog is that?
We don't know.
They told us he was
No,
going to
the
be the
They
beagle
asked the
size,
beagle.
and he grew so big. And here is a presentation of the sailboat racers. Kathy and Doug each have their sailboats that they made in the 4th grade. And we were at a regatta to sail them in competition. And here they are lined up, signing in, each one with their boat in hand, and a slew of kids had showed up.
We're going to sail them across a big pond.
It was fun to watch. Here's the sign up action there with the guy.
Here we are watching them race. And
There-
guess whose boat won?
Kathy won the blue ribbon first prize.
My boat won, and I made it. Oh,
And we still have the boats and the blue ribbon hitched on Kathy's.
You were the only one
Sailboat.
that raised for it.
No.
And we took, there they are racing out in the water with just the wind had to carry them and race, and Kathy's caught the wind and away it went. And we took them later and put them on fish lines out at Lake Chuma and had a good time with them.
This is the car parked in the driveway and the moving van
Oh, the
Moving.
day we were moving.
on the valley.
June 1963. And there's out in the valley, I think, still,
I was
getting
sad.
loaded.
Loading up the
I
side
had
there.
to leave my girlfriend.
And we all slept on the floor that night on our sleeping bags, and Ponce slept right with us. Bill Dimmick volunteered his truck, and Barbara and I drove over with the cat in the car, and the car was loaded, so we all visit with the Wilbur Freemans in Seal Beach down on the sand.
Well,
And
there's
it's July 63.
and also the valley.
Oh, and our Sun Valley friends. Rhea's in there, up on the left corner, Rhea Thompson. And that's Doug. This is Brenda Freeman, their only daughter. Brenda and Louise. The kids.
Looks like the same.
That's Wilbur on the right, Louise in the center, don't know who's behind, and Brenda's on the left.
You know who's also there is the Brodells are there.
Oh my.
I think this is Brodell over here. This is
Here's Rhea on the left.
with Susie's mom.
I'll bet that's who that is in the
'Cause-
dark jacket.
Her boys are there, and I saw her boys in the picture.
That may be Mrs. Brodell there.
Yeah, that is, and that's Susie.
And that's Susie getting her hair combed or something.
There's Lori.
There's Lori with a surfboard.
I think that's Niecy.
Oh my gosh, Nisi got to go to the Vans Court, so we're our neighbors and our babysitters.
And that's got to be some of the boys.
October 1963, Grandma and Grandpa Freeman in Huntington Beach had a real nice apartment. And we all came to visit. And we're getting bigger here. October 1963, we're at the new house in El Segundo. Davy is
And there's a devil in our backyard.
yeah, that's Davy the devil.
Dave ran around like that quite often. Especially in October.
Yeah, and there's the traveling sack. And what in the heck is Doug here?
He's a hobo.
Hobo.
That's not Doug. No.
Yeah, I don't recognize Doug. Oh, I recognize him now. He's with his 20s, the gay 20s sister.
I had my false eyelashes on. I was so cool. Mom made me that dress.
I did.
She did.
It's got something wrapped around
Fringe.
fringe. Oh, it's fringe. Wow. And that first signs of being a dancer. No.
I was only 10 years old there.
Developing signs of being a dancer. And you can see here we have kind of a a kinship here with the devil. Acts just like him. Isn't that cute? Now we're at Redondo Beach Pier. Dad took us down to go fishing. And it's still, well, this is November 1963.
I think that was probably our last pier trip.
Was that a I doubt that. We were fishing all the time. But you guys sure did go at it. Having a lot of fun. Dad thought that was great stuff too. I can't think of the picture. Here's Dad. And guess who that is? The
The
clown.
showboat. It says showboat in the back.
The clown. And can't tell who's sitting there, but the kids.
Looks almost like Cindy, but
No. Somebody else. Then there's our new house with the
Doug, are you tall enough there? Look, Doug's as tall as me.
yes sir.
He's standing up like he is.
And there's that little tree that grew into about 4 times the height of the house, and it's still there over at the oak house in El Segundo. There's Doug and his baseball outfit called the Senators, the first little league in El Segundo, and he found himself on a star team.
Blurry.
Front of the house. Now here we are, we're down to beach with the folks.
I remember that shift. It was orange and you made it.
We're touristing some more. Now look like we're up at Lake Cachuma there.
Is there a big
Maybe, or yeah, camping at Cachuma. This is all in August of
Those are milk cartons.
1963.
What's in those hanging up there?
I don't know. Those were maybe homemade lights. Wasn't this where we found the swimming hole? Or did we find it earlier?
I don't know. There's Doug and Dave. This is Brodell's.
Oh, this is with Rodell's.
Who I can't remember ever doing anything with.
And there was some kind of a lake or beach.
That's Susie's brothers. They're Davy.
And Mama. Pick up one picture at a time. There's the Rodells. Susan's mother and me on the right, and I don't know who's in the middle. There's Lori and
No.
No?
Kathy and Susie.
okay, Susie. Look like twin outfits there. Might be Lori. And here's Kathy working her prize sailboat out on a fish line on the end of a fish pole at Lake Cachuma. We had fun. Kind of wrecked one of the boats though. But we still have these boats. They're sitting in my living room window. Dad took the kids out. We found a place like a beach up by the dam or below the dam. This was the opposite end of Cachuma where the fishing hole was.
There's Susie's brother looking at us.
That's the other deal. These got really good and mixed up. There's the boat. Doug's got his boat going too.
I don't think that's Doug.
I think it is.
No, that's not Doug. That's me and some girl.
Too. There's the boys fishing. And The Happy Three. They didn't know they were going to be traveling all their life, going places and doing things. Doug says at the reunion that they discovered they did more than anybody.
Who did?
Doug said none of his friends ever got to go camping or traveling or laking or fishing or what have you.
You know, the funny part is I don't remember it.
Yeah, well, these, we've never looked at these pictures again. Once I put them in, I never got these in the album. That's how come they're in single file.
Pictures are great because I would never have remembered it.
Even hard for me to remember. I vaguely recall a few things, but not what the pictures show. November 1963, class pictures for Kathy. Doug apparently didn't have any class pictures. Kathy's down on the lower row, third from right. And grade 5, Mrs. Judd's. Kathy's age 10. Yes, Mrs. McQueen, and there's Dave up in almost the left center, I think, at the top, on the top back row. And Mrs. McQueen is teacher, age 7. Individual pictures of the same dress they were in, shirt they were in their pictures for November 1963. But Doug apparently didn't get a set. Her dad came to work when he came over to El Segundo, which brought us to El Segundo in 1963 after he spent a year on the road. And kind of liked it over here. There's this big car. There's a picture of him, and we also have a picture of Dave. This must have been day off and cruising day because Dave went with him. Birthday party, March 10th, 1963. Hard to tell who was who. There's Kathy in a nice coat by the wishing well. That means it went. This was earlier than.
That picture is just a blur. Doesn't get better.
Yeah, that's out of the running. It was not. Didn't belong in that stack. This is part of the party again. And there we are painting our house in the valley. So these pictures were in a sequence, out of sequence here.
We gotta keep this straight. That's a blurry picture.
That was still out in the valley before Amos was taken to the target range. Kathy and Amos. Family picture while the painting's going on, I see. What a big dog.
What a face.
Big Amos.
Oh, more birthday party.
More party pictures. Okay, these are really nicely shuffled. Oh, that's pretty good. See two of them really good. Nice picture. And looks like
Family.
Granny and Grandpa had come out for the party. November 1963, we're Thanksgiving in Arizona, and look, this is the time all the kids got to ride the donkeys all over the place. Kathy on the left, and Cindy, and Doug.
And Rusty, I think.
Oh, is it Rusty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they did ride all over.
We rode in the parade.
There they are in the parade.
It was Apache and Razorback, right?
I don't know how to remember. You got a better memory than me, Doug.
The two burros were named Apache and Razorback.
Yeah. And there's Dad. Who's got the big black hat on? Rusty?
No, that's Doug.
No,
That's Doug?
it's me.
Okay, and there's Dave draped over the donkey. Those are pretty good donkeys.
Rusty's on the right. I mean, that's the donkey.
Who's over the donkey? Is that
Rusty.
Looks like Dave. Is it Russ?
It's Rusty.
Rusty?
Okay.
There's Dave, Doug,
No,
Kathy, and
Somebody else.
is that?
oh yeah, that is Dave on there.
Yeah, you know who that is? That's
Cindy.
it's either Cindy or
It's Cindy.
Yeah.
who's the girl across the way?
Susie. It's not Susie.
No.
There's Dave and Doug and Cindy and Kathy. And Razorback and
And look, that looks like Cindy, doesn't it?
she's in her church clothes.
Yeah, must be a Thanksgiving special day. Okay, continuation.
Doug, you look like Nathan in these pictures. I wonder why.
That's a pretty good picture.
Mom, you're wiggling.
Yeah. I'd pick them up and wiggle them all.
Hey, we don't know this person.
Yeah, I think you guys got to ride in the
There's
deal,
Dave.
though.
That looks like the rodeo.
They ended up, Cindy and
You got to take them out too.
Rusty rode them all the way out to the
No, this
rodeo
person.
grounds?
rodeo ground.
These people aren't related. Oh. Here we are in the parade.
But that's Grandpa. This was Grandpa in the back with his store. We may see another picture of the same thing. More donkey pictures. Now we're over at Stella's house, I think. Cindy's house. There's a good picture.
I think we had too much light on them. They look better now.
That's Louise.
Roger and
Brenda?
yeah.
Guess who's on the donkey?
I give up.
Is that you?
Yeah. Dude, that donkey's looking around sideways. What's this? There's a good group. Gosh, I was really a picture fiend. And the label of this picture is the collision spot, where the two cars backed out and banged into each other right in front of our Oak Street house.
Yep. I was in the
November
We had
1963.
everything loaded up, going for ride.
Party, March 8, 1964.
Did you read
A
these, huh?
couple of days, yeah, couple of days ahead of the birthday, and obviously everybody came out, and we had all sorts of
There's
people there.
wait. There's
Debbie Harden. There's
Scott or Mark Neely.
Mark Neely in the middle.
Doug
Looks
and
like
Dave.
Steve,
Me, Laura, Lynanne, Mary Jane, and Scott.
And we're in the patio of the Oak Street house.
Here we are sitting on the fence.
Yeah, Marty Jean.
Side of the house there? Yeah, that's Shirley's big old tree over
Yeah,
there. I think.
Marty Jean, Lynanne, and Mary Jane. And Laura's holding Mary Jane. Wow, look at those.
That's the whole, those are the Williamson kids right there. Cousins.
All the Williamsons. There's the next group again.
Wait. We don't got Dougie in there.
The Freelands.
The Freelands.
Steve, Laura.
Laura on the left.
Oh, I thought Laura was on the right, didn't you, Deb?
Yeah.
Oh, who are those? Cute looking children.
That's my tree. And here we are.
Mom said she didn't know she smiled ever.
Didn't know I could smile.
Look at how nice she looks smiling.
It's Tom.
What a
Mary
beauty.
Jane.
What a beautiful smile, Mother.
Anyway, that's the table. Granny and Grandpa.
How bright.
At the back of Marty there. July 1964.
You're 11.
11 years old. The Indians.
Oops, there goes my gum. Oh, look, Dougie.
Well, the first team you got into, the championship team.
That's my, that's the second year I was in.
Okay.
It says W.
Yeah. We were the, was this the Senators? This might have been the first year here.
Oh, W stands for West.
Uh,
No, we were
for
the
the
East.
Senators, Washington Senators.
There's Mother. Mom, whose car is that?
The Rambler. I got a new car.
Is that the Ram?
Yeah.
New?
Yeah.
The 64
I got it.
Classic.
I got into real estate and Ben says, go buy your own car. I used to walk up and pick up his car from work and go from there. And then he didn't have a car. This
Hasn't
is
changed a whole lot. His hair's a little longer.
August 1964.
Wait.
We're up at Holly
Is
Lake.
this- oh,
The picture
sorry.
isn't that good, Kathy. Just leave
Yeah,
it.
that's all better.
We're up at Holly Lake. There's Marcella's boat. They had to go pick up an aluminum boat. That's the boat she dumped the folks out of. More boat.
The Vision.
There's a catch. Wow. And you always did catch a lot of fish
Yeah,
at
they
Holly
do.
Lake.
We ate fish all the time.
And there's
It's like Chan.
Chan and Aunt Sella. I don't know what she's doing. Another
Dougie on the right.
picture of a string. That's up on the porch, side porch. Who's got the pole there, Marcel?
It's Marcella and who?
Dad,
Is that them?
now that picture is really a long shot away.
Yeah.
Kathy, Dave, Mom, Cindy.
Going for a hike up to, what was the name of the other lake above?
Pearl Lake. That's one we went snipe hunting.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's one of the, well, we were out at the Angleworm farm and we walked up to the other lake, went up to the Fultons.
That's
We were
Dad, that's Sella.
all over the place. What's on the ground there?
A dog,
It's Chan, Cindy,
Sella.
Marcella.
Yeah,
Getting ready to go fishing.
okay.
There's Doug with his Indians baseball uniform on.
Okay.
57 Merc.
We're not at Holly Lake there, are we? This is, okay.
Granny,
Grandpa.
Grandpa, and Vinny.
Marcella and Cindy.
In Arizona. How'd we get to Arizona? Nope, but now we're back to El Segundo again.
That's gotta be Dave.
Yeah, that's Dave and his
At Rec Park.
first uniforms, Little League.
There's
What does that do, Grandma?
In the top.
It's on, it's recording.
National Little League.
this El Segundo Little League Parade, or parade, whatever. There's their
And
team.
that's the team, but you can't see them.
Can't see him. Bunch of pictures. She pulled those out.
These are all the same.
Yeah. It's November 1964. We acquired this little green bird, called him Chirpy, and first time I ever heard a bird talk, he said his own name. First the wolf whistle.
It was Doug's bird.
It was my bird.
It was my bird. Anyway, he learned a pretty good repertoire, and the neighbor's cat came in and got him one day when the kids left the door open, because we left him loose all the time. Then, the next pictures are outdoor school here. The kids took off to go to outdoor school, and they were all bundled up in their raincoats.
That looks like the eating.
And we had a tornado uproot the 3 giant trees in front of Center Street, right in front of us, as we pulled up. The kids went on and had a big time up at outdoor school, freezing, wearing all the clothes they took with them. So,
There's a dandy.
the rest of the pictures didn't really show too much except strange scenes
That's
and mountaintops.
me.
Pictures are from Grandma's or Marcella's
It's blurry.
camera and color film. We're still doing black and white out of our
Yeah, you're
camera.
on yours.
Anyway, it's still November in Arizona.
Bang, singing down.
That's Susie in the front, and then I guess her friend.
Susie's horse.
But you were up on top of it,
There's
right?
Cindy.
And here's Cindy in her band outfit going down Main Street, Florence. There's a pose photo of Cindy
I
in
wish
her
this
pretty outfit.
was a little more clear.
This is
Nothing.
something in the parade, and there is
No,
something in the
that's somebody
parade.
we know, maybe. I don't know.
Can't tell. It's a cute little deal. Somebody took a picture of it. And there's Brenda and Kathy.
Cowgirl.
You look like Kelly in that picture.
Yeah, a little bit. It is. This is Thanksgiving '64, and we had a bunch of people come and visit, including Uncle Orb, and who he was, I'm not quite sure is a relative. This is Tommy and Marty Williamson. And this is Ben and me.
Oh, sweet. Uh-oh.
And
Too
there's
close
there is Uncle Orb
there. Whoops.
between Martha and Tommy.
That's Martha.
She sure looks good.
And then Granny got in the picture. That's Thelma over on the right. Uncle Orb was quite well-to-do, and this must have been his wife.
There's, yeah,
Then-
look at you.
Yeah. Scott.
Here's part of the gang.
Scott, me, and Dave.
Scott who?
Scott
And
Williams.
here's Marianne and Earl Freelands. Then Aunt Alice and Gladys, I think. If Ben was here, he would know. And Uncle Orb and Martha over on the right, and 2 of her kids. Aunt Alice and
Mary Jane and Lenan.
and the other aunt came to visit, and Orb brought him up to visit. Wish if Ben was here, he could tell us which. I know this was Aunt Alice on the right, and I think that was Gladys. I'm not sure, and that was Grandpa Hambright in the middle. And there's the group. Marty's kids and Kathy on the right, and Marianne's Laura on the left, and Uncle Orm in the picture. And Granny center, Marianne on the left. I can't do it. I'm always picking them up and fuddling them around. And there's the group picture. Not too good of a picture. It's awfully dark on the photo. And there we're in our backyard for 1964. Up at Holly Lake. We
That's our fort.
these
Beach
are-
nut.
pictures that Sella or Grandma took. That's half the picture is faded out there. There's a good fisherman picture. The catch.
Jan.
And
Cindy.
Cindy and Chan. And the kids
That was our fort.
smarting around there. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
And
Oh, wait. We need to get Dad in the picture here. Wow.
it's pretty good. The catch.
Yeah, pretty good size.
And now we're at on a trip to Nogales, Mexico with the folks.
Grandma, Grandpa, Stella, Dad.
And Cindy and the kids. All of our kids.
A car picture.
With Grandpa. That was a Skylark Buick. That's me on the right, Stella on the far left, and Grandma and Grandpa. And there
Cowgirl.
is our cowgirl. Isn't
Yeehaw!
that cute? In '64, November, his trophy he's holding there.
One of the cool
Right.
trophies.
It's Little League. And these pictures are dated July
Look at that. That's in
65.
the park. What are you guys doing, Dad?
That was, we were playing croquet.
Who are those people?
That's Tom Hodder, Mark Neely, and Dave right there.
That's right behind our house.
Croquet out in the backyard. There's the front of the house again. The little trees growing, the bigger trees
Yeah.
getting bigger. And there's
The group.
a happy group. I had a big smile again.
She's faking it.
Yeah, those are some of our models.
Yeah, that's us in front of our ping pong table
That
there
one
at
right
the
there?
old house.
Look at those are some of the models that we made, you know, and took pictures of.
Yeah, fancy.
Mark Neely, we put cotton like it's burning out, you know.
Fun stuff.
There's Mark and Dave, Chirpy.
And Chirpy out there in the sun. And there's Chan. And
Chan photo.
Chan was always
Chirpy. There's a better picture of Chirps.
Hey, yeah, there's much better.
Come on, Doug. Do
Photo
your Chirpy
of the
Charlie
kids.
imitation.
I can't even do it now.
He said, hello there. What are you doing?
I'm a dirty turd bird.
I'm a dirty Chirp bird. I'm a cream puff.
Yeah. And there's the house.
Wait, who is that?
You can't tell the two so far away. And there's out in front of us.
Sparklers.
Oh, we're doing sparklers. It's the 4th of July.
This looks like Nathan.
I know, that's what I was gonna say.
Shoot.
You're
It's
dancing
Doug.
around like
It's
that.
just like Nathan.
Well, and there's the bird. These pictures were nice and shuffled too. Photo of the visit of Uncle Orm, and that was Lila and Alice, not Gladys.
And
That-
how are
that
they
flew
related?
out. I don't really know. They are cousins or or sisters or
It was
aunts
Beverly
of
Hills, I remember. Or
the
something.
Hambrights. Uncle Orb did. Uncle Orb and his wife were quite wealthy. I have a guest work date on this bunch of pictures, maybe
That's,
65.
Steve and Laura and Dave and Cap.
It says Mom, Mark Neely, Tom Hodder. Is
And there's a fishing scene and a bumblebee scene. Good back view of it, picture of everybody. That must be Mark up on the roof there.
Oh, that's
I don't know who
Phil
this is.
something.
Greg. That's Debbie Harden's
cousin.
cousin, Craig.
Okay.
What was his name?
Philbrook?
Yeah.
You don't know who this guy
That's
is?
Tom Hunter.
Well, that was Tom.
Those are skimboards. Check this. Look at that. That was my skimboard I made. Where's an old surf classic right there?
Their boards.
Your skimboards.
Oh, Bee on the Wall by Kathy
Cambrai.
Hambright.
Biggest bee I ever saw. I took a picture of it, she says.
Biggest bee I ever saw on the wall. Now, who took this lovely picture?
Great.
Haha, the birds.
Plants. And here's the
Did that
fishing,
on the pier.
fishing on the
Right on the
pier.
pier.
Looks like the birds.
Tom Hodder, me, and Dave.
That's good.
Yeah,
Sure.
Look at little Dave.
Some of Grandma's pictures in Easter, all dressed up for church, 1965. That's Cindy with them. And there's Marcella and Cindy. And Chan got in that picture. I think that's Cindy in the center.
That's you.
Here we are traveling, either going to Holly Lake or there. Probably looked like 2 cars of us. Always were so many. We had more than 1 car. We're messing around near the water. There we are at Marcella's cabin at Holly Lake, and
That's Rusty in the middle.
Rusty.
and my cousin Louise Harper got to go. Back messing around the water. Marcella doing something down there by her
Fish.
faucet, probably cleaning fish.
Oh, hamming it up.
Who's that on the left? Marcella?
I think that's you.
I can't see.
That's you.
Okay.
What do you think you did?
Yeah, it looks like Earl
There's
right
a
there.
good fishing picture.
It looks like Earl Lake right there.
Same look on their faces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's Earl Lake right there.
That is, yes, sir. That's where we took Sonny up there to hike through the.
I think you guys hiked up.
Remember in
These are the tramps. I mean the.
in '65? Yeah, they were all really dressed.
You know,
For,
look, there's Louise. Right by,
They're in real dance outfits
that's
too.
Louise and
Myra.
Myra's in the center in the black. Don't know who the other 2 girls are. Anyway,
66.
it was November of '66, which says it was Thanksgiving, and there we were again.
I don't think we're in that picture.
There's Kathy.
Oh, Grandpa?
There's somebody.
Kathy and Grandpa.
We both
Dave.
got our hands in our
And
pockets.
there's Dave.
There's Davey.
And there's Dave down
Probably
in the
cold.
corner,
Wavy
and
Davey.
I think that's Uncle Wilbur back in the with the white stripe on his
Yeah.
shirt. And there we're in front of Grandpa's hardware store.
Florence Women's Club. That must be somebody you know.
That had to be Louise's or Myra's float.
Here we are.
And
Look how big-
Rusty?
Look at how big Rusty is.
there's the bunch, and there is the front of the
dwarfs
hardware
us.
store. Grandpa had the hardware store
Brenda,
since
Rusty, Kelly, Dave,
the early 1900s.
Doug, and me.
Look at Kelly.
Yeah. This scene reoccurred every year for about 15 years. What is that?
Nothing.
Float.
Somebody made a float out of that.
Is
Somebody
that
else.
Festus there?
Or it could be
That's
Festus,
who it is, it's Festus.
the movie star that came down to be in the deal. There's Wilbur and
I had
Louise
moccasins on. I was
and Brenda, right?
No. Louise, Kathy.
Is that Kathy on the right?
Yeah.
Okay. Uncle Wilbur in the middle. And there the kids are all strewn along the
Let me
street.
picture Dad, your bangs hanging down your face.
65.
Who'd we go with?
We're back. We backed up a year here.
Yeah, it was when we went out in the desert and
but-
shot, it was, Dad's, boss's 22 that he borrowed.
He took us out on a shooting
We'd go
trip.
out in the desert and shoot. Had a scope on it.
We had to hunt all over for a place to shoot.
That's
That
so,
looks like me.
Not really, not in Arizona.
I don't remember this at
Near the
all.
Rambler.
We took the Rambler to Arizona.
Yeah.
That's when it blew up and
When we
Gila
blew
Bend
we blew the
blew the radiator and
radiator out and limped into Gila Bend.
I don't remember that.
We lucked out and found a big radiator shop, and they gave us a new radiator, and we were on our way.
Who would think of taking the Rambler? That's Cindy.
That was our traveling car then, was the Rambler.
There's Cindy too.
More parade. Is that Cindy?
Oh, here we are at the.
Freeman's.
This might have been at Marty's house.
No, that's the Freeman's backyard right there. That's Earl's ranchero.
Okay, November 1965.
Wow.
No, bush picture.
Picture of the bush.
Whose dog is that?
That's Rusty and Norman's dog.
That was not, yeah, Buddy,
Buddy.
that played with Sonny.
That dog was mean. I was afraid of it.
Yeah, he was a mean dog.
Yeah, but with Sonny he was fine. They got a hold of an old rag and they played tug of war. They had more fun. Buddy was fine
Dave's
with
got his
Sonny.
BB in it.
Yeah.
I think I probably got my BB in.
We rendezvoused down at,
There we are. There's Kelly, Dave, and Buddy.
What's the bridge, where the London Bridge is?
Is that me?
Kathy
Dad?
Sheep.
Everyone's helping me. I can see that. Get away! Just 'cause I'm a girl doesn't mean I can't shoot.
Are looking over the Grand Canyon. We'd all been at Holly Lake,
Well, we're 13.
and the
And Cindy.
Stella's car and our carload, we all headed up for the
Yeah,
Grand
Rusty,
Canyon.
Cindy, Kathy, and me.
And this says it was September of 1966.
Dad, home is small.
Who's that?
Can't tell.
Dave. I don't
That's
know who
not
that
That
is.
Dave.
might be.
I don't know who that is in the background.
There's Dave. Mom.
Yes, sir.
We all went to the Grand Canyon. That was a fun trip. Do you remember that night?
All right.
It was Dave with his Converse on.
Oh, that was a good one.
Now we are sideways. Oh, I'll switch them all sideways.
Remember that red shirt?
I don't know who that kid is.
It
Is
looks
that
like
Norman?
Uncle Norman on the left,
That'd be Norman.
and Doug, and someone else.
There's Cindy.
No, it's somebody else.
And Rusty.
Cindy.
Cindy in a hat. Oh dear.
And there's the group,
Stella in front.
and Stella's on the rock in front.
Dave, Rusty, Norman, me.
Oh, we're about up at the cabin now. These are all probably in reverse order here.
Mhm.
That looks like me on the left, and then Ben right behind me, and then
Dave.
Kathy
That's me in the middle.
Kathy's in the middle.
in the middle, and then
More
Doug.
silence.
Stella up on top, and who's on top left?
Probably Rusty.
That's Rusty, but oh, that's Kelly in the middle.
That must be. Is that Cindy on the right?
No, that's Kelly and Dave.
Okay.
Might be me, because I was the one with the red shirt on. Unless he wore my shirt.
Here we
Now
are.
there's a good rear end picture.
This person's just about off here. Whoever that is. Going, gone.
Looking over. No, the feet are still hanging
There's
on this side.
Dave. There's his Converse tennis shoes.
It is. It's Dave. Lean over for a good
Looking
shot.
over the rim.
Grand Canyon.
More scenic pictures. That looks like Grandma's or Stella's car. I don't know which. So we got to go back right side up for. Oh no, right where we are here.
Fish.
Yeah, Grandpa's got a fish pole.
Is that the dam, maybe? Or
Oh,
Somewhere.
I
That
found a
looks-
letter in
that's-
here with
that's-
this, which might tell us something about
No,
it.
that's Louise.
Oh, we were at Havasu.
That's right.
That's where that dog picture was. That's where we all ate on the beach and the dogs played tug of war. Louise she and I went up and stayed at her friend's place, and the folks took over her apartment with Stella or something.
I remember staying at her apartment.
yeah, we stayed at the apartment or something.
Yeah,
That's a double exposure there.
this is the back porch. Somebody's sitting on the porch there. No.
Is that dog again?
Looks like Kelly.
There's Sonny, isn't it?
You're holding a
Kelly,
big bag.
Cindy, Doug, petting the dog.
I'm petting Sunny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Dave with the gun, of course. I
Yeah,
think
there's
Dave carried the gun around all week.
Yeah, it's Kelly and Dave with the gun.
Dave
and Chan and Grandpa.
Dave wouldn't like that gun. He wouldn't let go of it.
It's kind of weird, the BB and kids.
Hey, this is
I look like I'm pregnant.
July of 1967, June or
Was it
July.
June?
And the graduation dress of Kathy's and Doug's outfit, and
How big Kathy is compared to
I
me.
know.
we had to go out and get pictures of everybody.
Doug, you should have stood on
And
something.
now you'll notice we have color
We
film.
are twins, you know?
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Pink outfit, I love that
Look,
outfit.
that I do too. Pretty good pictures. In color yet. This must have been our first color film.
Yeah, my eyes closed.
It's a blur. It's all a blur.
Yeah. Kathy on her graduation
You
dress.
can tell Kathy
dress.
matured.
Oh yeah.
I bet you this was
That
your
was a
getting
blur.
your diploma there, huh?
Oh yeah, my junior high graduation.
Not a
Yay! We're
nice
out.
picture. Look at your faces. They just look great.
Look at how,
Look at how your hair is, Dad.
Uh-oh.
look at how small I am.
Wait a minute. This one.
Compared to Kathy, like, Kathy looks like the Beastmaster.
Debutante.
Look at Mom.
The Beastmaster. You're mean to me.
The Beastmaster.
I think I saw her on Championship Wrestling.
And there's our Sunny dog.
There's Sonny and Dave. I guess they put something on his nose and,
Stuck something on his nose.
he's flipping it up.
We had Sonny for 17 years, and he was one super dog.
See that
Smart
tree in the background? That's the
And-
one we used to get all the oranges on.
and
Whoa.
so responsive. And the kids were putting a Halloween mask on him.
We did things just to entertain ourselves. I remember it was quite boring, wasn't it, Doug?
Sonny suffered, but he put up with everything.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh, look at Dave.
That's what it was. It was ping pong ball halves. Look at Sonny.
Yeah.
Look at how bright-eyed and bushy-tailed Sonny is.
Yeah. Yeah, Sonny was a young dog. And the story of
Dave was-
Sonny was
Glenna
interesting.
Eba.
Oh, look at that
Here's-
bike.
This is my broker in real estate, and we went in the parade riding bicycles. And she had a big
Well,
bunch
you guys
of,
would do anything to advertise.
we had a big bunch of balloons.
I'd buy a house if I saw that.
Anyway,
Anything for attention.
that's Glenna.
Ah!
Guess who that is?
Woo, those are some sexy shorts.
I had freckles all over my face and a big long bow in the back of my hair.
I vaguely remember that too.
Boy, there's some legs.
And what year
I
was
like that
this?
bike.
Must have been
67.
67.
What'd you guys put in it?
Yes, sir. This is our 57 Merc. And I think this picture was taken just before we sold it, because from then on we were in our big yellow Ford station wagon and getting ready to go on a trip to Kentucky.
There it is.
And there we are packed. We redid the rig on the top to fit on the top of the Ford, our camping outfit, and I think at this point we were ready, we were packed and ready to go to Kentucky. And
No, look at
Did
this.
Sonny go with us?
This is the.
No.
That was after we were back because look at all the stickers are on the car.
Okay, this
Yeah,
is,
we're back.
all right, this is, maybe we're ready to
We're
go
also
on
on the
another.
ends of the cab.
We haven't gone yet.
Yeah, okay, anyway, that's what we looked like.
This
On
is
our
cool.
trip, we camped across country in this rig, and we moteled about every fourth day until we got to the cousins, then we stayed all night.
Are you putting that on the?
Yeah, we're on,
That rig cost us a fortune.
yeah, and
Mom
here we
made it.
are, traveling cross country.
That
Grandma
might be
made it.
Dakota or something. You guys recognize those mountains?
Just look at the decals on the window.
Look what it says on the back.
Didn't have anything on the back.
Follow the decals.
We're touristing,
We went through so many states.
yeah.
I counted 17 states we went through.
Here we are. Well, our first main stop was Las Vegas, and we had a nice little motel that we stayed in. Didn't stay in our rig. We had a glorious time all day. Then me with my wet, soppy hair, still not dry, I let the pins out of it, and we went out on the town that night and left the kids in the motel. But we did have a good time that day. And I was right with him.
That's a blurry picture anyway.
I was on the springboard all day. What a lot of
Is that
fun.
Kathy?
That's Kathy. And
That's
that's
the Humphrey Bogart.
That was one of those college guys.
yeah.
Must have been spring break.
Dad looked pretty good there, I'll tell you. What was it, Twin Palms Motel or whatever it was? Anyway,
It was,
Hello,
Here's the Indian.
Eddie.
Hal.
a lot of fun.
Dave.
There I
Look
was.
at that.
Yeah, it was every time I put my feet on the pavement, I was trying to stay out of the grass. Yeah, I was pretty thin for that trip. Now we are touristing. I think this said it was on the top of that point. What was
Going
it?
into
Wait a
Denver, I
minute.
think.
This is Loveland Pass. Where's that?
It's between, before we even went into Denver, it's a summit that we
Yeah,
crested.
a summit. And just before we got
We
to this,
stayed
we
down
camped,
at the lake on the other
camped
side.
up at the lake.
Yeah, it looks like the radiator blew on that one.
And that's the night our sleeping bags went flat.
Look at the water on the ground. It looks like
Yeah,
a
because-
radiator.
That's drifting down from
Yeah.
the side there.
And we stopped down in Denver the next day and bought new air mattresses.
It's the biggest
They all
sporting goods store in Illinois.
They
His
all
lovers
went
leave.
flat.
No, Kathy goes down.
And here's some touristing. We had to stop at every
Ever
Stuckey's
Stuckey's, it was,
that existed.
That might not even be from this trip, no.
Well, we stopped at many others.
There was a few Stuckies on the.
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
There was a nice campground. A lot of times we just
The
stopped
plains.
and looked.
And we didn't take too many scenic
town
pictures on
hall.
the plains except for,
And here we were coming in late at night, and we finally found a motel. The next morning, we were going through Frankfurt, the state capital of.
Dad, did we stay at Arrow
Kentucky.
Rock before we got to
Kentucky.
Kentucky?
I think this is
No,
After.
up at Guy's.
No, this
Lake
is the
spot.
capital.
I know.
that's
Well,
the
that
capital there.
that one's out of order. That one is up at the Guy's. Here's at the Capitol. Their big.
Clock?
Yeah. What do you call them?
Clock.
No, clock.
Dial.
Sundial
Yeah,
clock.
sundial.
That's
Down
not a
in-
sundial.
Down in Flowers. And the walkway up to the Capitol. We had to go out and do some touring. We were ready to tour. And we were really underway by then.
It was old Daniel Boone.
Daniel Boone's grave.
You think he's there?
Yeah.
I think we're out of focus here.
That was pretty good.
Oh, well.
That's good. Right there.
Hello.
Please
Oopsie.
set the clock.
When are you gonna set that clock?
Whoops. I'm messing around.
That'll go off. Just let it
No, it
go.
won't.
Yes, it will. We don't need to set the clock.
Oh, come on. Over here. I pushed a button.
I know it. It's way down here. It'll
That's
go off in a
Charlene
minute.
there.
Oh, now we're at Charlene's house, getting ready to go touristing around the area there where she was. And this is what reminded me that we did stay
yeah.
all night at Charlene's, because Doug had a bed and we lost him during the day.
They were looking all over for me.
Hunted everywhere for him, and here he was. And I ran and got the camera to take the picture.
And the train rode right by the.
Right by the train
Boy,
tracks.
did it ever.
More touristing.
Shaky and everything else.
I don't know where this was.
I don't either. We were just traveling.
That almost looks like we're not in Kentucky.
Yeah, hard to see.
I think those are out of place. That looks more like,
Didn't you ever put
Well, Kathy
things on
tried.
the back or anything?
Some of them have something on the back.
Now that's
some of 'em
Kentucky
don't.
there,
Yeah,
tearing down the old hotel.
yeah, that's in Middlesboro, right?
Hamlin Hotel,
Yeah,
landmark.
and this is a picture of,
where's that?
what's that, Dad?
I don't know.
Is that your old house in Middlesboro?
No, no.
There we are on the streets in Middlesboro. We
That's-
just walked up to the big house.
Presbyterian
Walking
church,
by the church. And the house that we looked at
house is
was
up the hill,
way in the back
behind
of
those
us.
trees there.
Now we're in Dogpatch, Kentucky.
Oh, we were getting apple cider there, I think.
That's where Sonny was born.
Dogpatch. We left Sonny at home with Grandma and Grandpa and my lawn to take care of. And Grandpa painted our ping pong table while we were gone.
That's the new high school.
That's out in Middlesboro, just outside the town.
We tore down the old one. That's Fern Lake, where Dad and I used to go out
We drove
and
up.
fish. One of the nicest fishing lakes I ever spent in my life. I always remember that.
Little Thule Trail up to the lake. Last time we went, we tried to go up there and ran into a gated
Yeah, couldn't get-
fence. Couldn't get
down
through.
there. It's a private utility. That's where all the water and everything comes from. They
Is
never
that-
treated the water back then. It was 90s, there it is. That's the house where I grew up in.
I thought you said the house you grew up in burnt.
They did.
No, that's another house. I
Anyway,
did-
this is in
This
Middlesboro.
is where I was born, I think.
Where's that house?
Middlesboro,
Middlesboro.
Kentucky.
What's the name of the street it's on?
It's on Manchester or something else.
And how long did you live there?
I'd have to guess, maybe, 12 years or more. There's the big house.
This is the big house that was back of that street we were walking down a few minutes ago.
Where Grandpa lived.
And the house was way back there up the top of the stairs on the hill.
Two-story house, big house, like,
And you call that what, Daddy Hammer's house?
yeah, we call it,
That's the house that your dad grew up in.
that's right.
And
And
it's-
all the rest of the family.
Is it
grew up
still
in-
his house?
Oh, no.
We drove up last time around the back of it to look.
This
And
is down at the farm.
this, is that Lexington by any chance? No.
No, that's where down at the farm when we were catching those big bass out of
Oh,
the
Hattie's
pond
farm.
there.
Where's Hattie?
Hattie's
Where
farm.
does she live?
Tennessee,
Right
almost,
outside,
almost Georgia,
oh, right outside Cleveland, Tennessee, is it?
Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember the fireflies.
I remember the big bass.
Yeah, in her yard, the fireflies were just,
Oh yeah, look at that.
Real,
Where's the-
real
big
lightning bugs.
Largemouth.
I don't
bass.
think James appreciated us catching his big fish.
out of his
Well,
pond.
we caught a few of them and kept them, but we had to let the majority of them go.
Oh, yeah.
Look at how pudgy Dave is. Pugsley.
He's cute.
Look at Dave. He's eating a caramel apple or something.
So is Mom.
Ice cream.
No, they're caramel
Yeah.
apples.
Really?
We had this was a little side tour that the tourists could take on this tram going straight up to the top of the hill. And we all decided to take it. There's the way the track looked, I think.
And where was that?
Can't remember.
Did we go up on Lookout Mountain?
Yeah,
That's where it was,
yeah.
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Here's a roadside stop for lunch. Not a table inside. We just
We tailgated it.
tailgated it. Right.
I think that was on the way home.
Yes, it was.
So we can't see those yet. Because we haven't seen these yet.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Can't tell. Just a bunch of kids
Yeah,
in a
down
car.
right there. Just wanna-
Look at, you can see whoever's taking the picture in that picture.
That's me, probably.
That's not a very good picture.
It's the only way I get in the picture.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow,
I
that
was
sounds
gonna- That was on our way, what, to Tennessee or
I
something?
have no idea.
Coming home anyway,
That kind of looks like
to,
Norwalk there.
just before we got to a big city.
That's up, the Capitol lit up in the background.
Is that what it is?
Cannot tell.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
There we are at Frank's, isn't it?
That's right.
And Frank lives in
Knoxville,
Knoxville, Kentucky.
Tennessee there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Tennessee?
well, the University of Tennessee.
And who's Frank?
He's my closest cousin,
Which was like his brother.
What's his
when they're
last
growing
name?
up.
Hambright.
Is Frank still alive?
Yes.
And his kids are grown and married. And continuing on,
Oh, his kids were littler than us.
there's Hazel and
Harlan and two girls, Peggy and Holly.
is that Frank there?
Yeah.
He looks kind of like your dad, doesn't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
He just went through eye surgery.
Be a handbride. Yeah, and the present date is April Fool's Day of 1994, April 1. We're down at the bar in the basement of Kyle's house, I think.
Okay. That's it.
And who's Kyle?
She's Jack's and Frank's sister, youngest sister.
So she would have been your cousin.
Our cousin, I guess. Anyway, they had a great big, huge basement where they could do all this eating and
We have a lot of these pictures.
yeah.
These are people we don't know.
That's right. And not many of them we know. But they had a big get together, and her girls came, and the cousins came, and the
Oh, wait a minute. This was at
Forties.
Kyle's up in Cleveland
yeah,
when we were going through.
down in the basement.
Yeah, and all those people was Hattie and Elizabeth. And there's Kenny's mother,
Yeah,
Gladys.
yeah. I didn't know who they all were. Wouldn't know who they all were now. Anyway, we were all Kyle gave us a big deal. There we are
Out on the
her porch.
balcony there, screened in and everything.
Which is
Nice.
a rather small porch and just really beautiful woodsy areas around it. And sultry.
What's going on?
Just thinking about these pictures. I was bored.
Well, I figured, well, if you don't want to watch them, you
And
just-
isn't that Kyle on the left?
Huh?
Isn't that Kyle on the
That's
left?
right.
She was a pretty girl. She was kind of a foxy lady when she was young too. Very nice person.
He's always eating.
Wait a minute, we could get a close up on this one.
That's a good one.
Looked
It
like
was
candy
good,
there.
Kathy. It's
In
good.
the background, Dad, it was like this.
Here we are. Dougie. Kathy. That's a little blur.
It's good.
It's all a blur. It's all a big blur.
It's good enough.
What were you guys doing? Playing cards?
Trying to entertain ourselves.
And there they all are sitting up at the bar.
Looks fake.
They had a ping pong table over in the other end of it, was it? Or is that
No, that's
at Oak
somewhere
Ridge?
else.
Is that Oak Ridge?
That's a good picture.
Yeah, isn't that a good one?
We're on the lake.
There we are.
Oh, yeah, we're up, we're
Taking a boat ride.
with Grace and Guy up at their lakeside cabin. We camped right next to them.
Uncle Guy, he sure loved his fishing.
And he took everybody out on the boat the next day. They took us out for a royal treat
See,
of
Guy was
dinner.
married to who? Grace.
Yes.
Grace, right.
Who?
There they are. That's my
Grace?
mother's sister. Oldest sister.
Grace Douglas.
Grace Douglas. Fortney is her name.
Yes, but her name's Douglas.
Hmm?
Well, she was a Douglas.
Was it Douglas?
Married Guy Fortney.
There they.
That's out in their patio.
Ate watermelon.
Mm.
No, that was down near the
Like,
restaurant.
Oh, I think it's right outside their house.
No, it
there,
wasn't
down the
outside their house. It's down near this, right there. It was outside. He took the watermelons down.
Oh,
Yeah, Kathy, you're all posed.
anyway, that's where we went out to eat that night. Really fancy deal. It had carved ice figure in the smorgasbord or
Oh,
whatever.
there's the horses.
Grandma's a secret.
Kathy and I went over and we petted those horses and petted them, and I came back and looked down in front of me and I was black from horse dirt. There's Kathy and a horse.
And after a rain. Rain during the night.
And we were watching the horses having some fun and romping around.
Well, don't
like
we
Dad
have a
took a
nice
picture
ranch?
of us.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. And here we are on the road again.
This does not even look like my mother. She looks like a skinny model here.
Yeah, those were the days.
I wish we could zoom in on these. She just looks like such a fox.
This is Arrow Rock.
Yes, rocking the camera. I'm zooming in here.
Yeah, Arrow Rock, that was one of our really nice stops. That's where the moth went in the soup. I was mixing the deal, and Doug says, I saw it. I don't remember ever seeing the moth hit the soup. Kathy saw it, and everybody gasped because I just kept stirring the mulligan.
It was beef stew. And after the moth flew in, Mom kept stirring, and Kathy saw Mom stir it.
I don't want to.
I'm not eating it.
More protein in this mulligan.
Who ate the moth?
Of course, the best story was the eggplant. So.
Oh,
Doug,
yeah.
do you remember the badger that came after us here? On the river, whatever, it was up the Missouri River?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we went down touristing down to
Remember we were
where the old crossing was on the river.
We were walking down the river and a badger came running at us with his teeth coming out.
I don't.
And
They're
I
like possum.
I
The only
screamed.
way they can scare you.
Anyway, this is in that Arrow Rock area, I think.
Well, we'll show the prison there.
Yeah, in a minute.
You guys ever go to Little Rock?
This looks like,
It's like the Arrow Rock campground right there.
right, our campsite. And we stayed 2 years ago, we stayed in the Arrow Rock campground again, coming back, and it was great.
It was built up real nice. There it is.
There's the jailhouse, and it was still there. So we stopped and looked.
It looked a little run down looking, but
Locked in and
There's still people in there.
big.
Sure there is.
There's a fairly good picture. I pulled a whole bunch of good pictures out of this deal to send on with my patent.
that's right. It worked too.
I tried to
Yeah,
kind of
just jump out the
patent
top.
on that.
Except Kathy kept rolling
There's
on
another
top
good
of us
picture.
on the top.
And this whole deal was in the summer of '67, right after we bought our Ford station wagon
Which
here,
was a 67.
which was a '67. And here we are on the road again.
Funny, look at Dave, he's a little ugly.
And that's it. Sitting by themselves, labeled January 1968. We're at Holly Lake.
January? No way.
Well,
No,
it
no, no.
it could be that we stopped at Holly Lake coming back
Not
or
dressed
something
like
like that. Well, anyway, that's when these were printed,
Well,
and they're
It was
loose
probably from the summer. It was
They're-
probably a,
loose in our kit here. So I don't know just what the date was, but these are good lake pictures. That's
I'm
where
sure
we.
not January.
That's where we went. No, but the pictures are dated January. Isn't that Cindy over there and Doug? Or
no,
is that
that's
you?
me.
Okay.
Whoops.
Dates on these are April 1968, and it's to Holly Lake with
Holly Lake.
the folks and Marcella.
When the road was so bad.
Makes me wonder what year it was she took us up the back trail and we ate dirt all the way up to Holly Lake. Marcella looks so good.
Jamie's pretty good.
Benny, there's
Yeah,
Dave.
right.
They're always fishing. All these pictures, they always
Well,
fishing.
So did.
you work all your life and you get a chance to fish, you're gonna enjoy it.
Now we're back down in Florence, and that's me and Marcella. How about that?
Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley. The date date on that is January 1968.
Surprising how many times Kathy was around with fishing.
Yeah, and in the
Yeah,
early
have somebody
pictures,
dig our worms.
Kathy was fishing. Well, yeah, baiting the hooks and everything else.
I was just totally bored until I found out what guys
Now
were.
there's a good-looking dog.
Yeah, Sonny, he was a good looking
He
dog.
was a nice-looking dog.
Oh, Sonny, we love you.
And he was a good little.
Anti-water, though. After the kids threw him in the water, even at home, he ran around with a crook in his tail. And when he was out walking, the crook went out of his tail. The kids had psyched him out, throwing him in the water.
And if you believe that.
We dumped him in the water up at Kachuma by accident.
Oh, look, I got some cattails.
Look at that. Look at how nice Kathy
Mineral
looks.
Lake by himself.
Yeah.
Look what nice cattails she's got.
Ooh.
That's a good picture.
Hello.
Yeah, right. Is
Still.
that by the dam or something over there? Yeah, it is. Maybe.
Yeah, whose car is this?
Norman's?
That's Norma's car, or one of the boys, whatever.
That's Norm's. Norm's VW.
What were you guys doing?
Well, we were
Looking out,
going duck
bird
hunting.
hunting, duck hunting, or whatever.
Sunny.
Never saw one duck.
There's a picture of a mountain.
No, that's Florence Mountain.
Oh, was it?
Where's the F, though?
Let's see if we can see
It's
the
just
F.
one side of it. You can't see it there, but
You
that's
sure
what it
can't
is.
see it, can you?
That's where we went rabbit hunting. Rusty,
Rusty,
Dave, me, Norm.
everybody's armed.
Did you guys have BB guns or 22s?
No, we had 22s.
I bet
Cindy
Cindy's.
was in the band, I think that's her.
Yep, that's the uniforms they have. No, that's a different set of uniforms. What it was. Anyway, we're on Main Street again.
He's got his cowboy belt buckle on. His red shirt.
And there's Grandma. And at
Louise.
Sella and Louise in the center, and my grandpa on the right. There is a good bunch. Who's in the big red shirt?
Looks like
I think
Wilbur.
it's Wilbur.
Could be
Louise
his
is there,
son.
so.
Uh-huh. Could be. At that time, Wilbur was probably running the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. That's clear. Because in August 1968, we took a long, long trip looking for a place to float our raft and run our raft and play. And we wound up calling it our Lake Berryessa trip because at Lake Berryessa we had the most fun. This was going up past Lake Isabel, our first campsite. We were in rain and we were out in the Tules.
And we had specialty pancakes.
No, we had
That trip.
not on that one. And Sonny came back and he had run on the rocks for so long, his paws were sore for days because he had such a good time running the rocks out on that first campsite spot.
That looks like some fishermen.
Yeah, they were out looking for a place. There were good streams going through up and down
Fish.
everywhere.
Some good fun fish.
And it was kind of cold too.
Where were we there? Berryessa?
Look at, there's Sonny.
Is that Berryessa?
No, looks like
No, this is that first campsite right out of,
Caddy's
going
fish.
north out of Isabel. We were headed up towards, the big lake, Tahoe.
There's a big peak in the back.
Well, we were in the back country for a long while.
That looks like one of those Ford commercials.
And that one night, Ben turned, we had the tape recorders of all the deals, and Ben turned it on. We listened late at night to our tape recordings playing, and then we laughed and joked about all the stories we'd had before. It's like a scene. I don't know.
This is when we went fox hunting
See that good-looking dog?
on point.
Sonny was the size dog I'd like to have again. That was Lookout Point at Lake Tahoe, that one.
Okay, that's where we
There's a man and his dog.
Yeah. Doug
Or
and
a
his
boy
dog.
and his dog.
But we went,
But it's
didn't
not-
we go to Tahoe before we
Get all
went
tied
to
up.
Berryessa?
That's Dave and Doug.
Look at the stance on
Yes.
the dog, boy, he was like.
He's
the
gonna
boy.
get
Yes.
something. He's gonna catch fish his way.
Yeah, we went up to Tahoe and it was too dang cold. And
And
we
rainy, it snowed on us.
we thought we were gonna stay at Tahoe, but it was so cold, we just kept going over the mountain and we're traveling, and while it was snowing, came down
Wait a minute,
into
we need to move this back a little.
the valley, and it was so warm in the valley that we thought sure we'd find a place to go stay with our raft. We still hadn't found a place to put our raft in the water, even had a motor for it. And
Never used the motor.
never did
Okay.
use the motor.
Hmm.
But at Berryessa, that was our
I
great
gave it
spot.
back to the guy.
That's
and he
Kathy,
said,
isn't
"Well,
it? Cute.
One thing about it, it sure came back cleaner than I gave
Well,
it to you.
We were the travelers and Mother was the camera operator. Who's that?
Looks like Kathy on her knees,
Oh,
Well,
we're just sitting there.
table there, just
Probably
sitting there.
expecting something.
And there's what we look like on the road.
See that? This is like a ghost town.
That's Virginia City.
Does look like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
And this was the last trip that we, as a family, all went together.
It's blurry.
We really
Well, I think
covered
it's,
covered a lot of territory
is.
there.
There's
Yeah,
little
there's
Joe
the
and Hoss.
overview.
Look, there's Hop Sing. House Cartwright. Little Joe.
oh, that's Ponderosa deal.
The Ponderosa.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
they,
that was up by Tahoe.
They just opened that up.
We
Yeah,
went up,
We were one of the first people to
You
go
bet.
down there.
went and
Right.
looked.
I don't
And all
think it's
sorts
open
of-
anymore. I could be wrong.
I don't think it
I
is.
think it is.
What is?
I think it's, yeah, I talked to somebody.
They used it for filming
It's
and
booming. It's really expanded. It's like a little
Oh, okay.
excursion
I
type.
didn't-
real tourist trap. Wow.
Well, Joe,
And that wasn't that on Lake Tahoe?
Yeah, it's Tahoe.
near Tahoe.
Yeah. We dilly
Ponderosa. Where else is the?
we dilly dallied so much that day. Well, yeah, there they go.
There's Lake Tahoe in the background.
Sonny got to go. How about that? Oh, I bet we were in.
Hotel there at Tahoe.
No, we went down in the valley that next day, and it was so warm. Man, we were back in our shorts.
I think Kathy's right.
Oh, that was Sacramento.
Sacramento, right?
I remember
we stayed
staying
in an upstairs place, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And then we had to go past this.
We had to go see the Capitol. This was the
No, that's not the Capitol.
governor's house or something in Sacramento. I think it was a governor's mansion.
Yeah.
That Governor Brown would never
Did
live
you
in.
read that?
What does it say?
Governor Mansion.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, so.
They built a new one.
Front view. Yeah, he built a new one, so I'd have something to live in. Then we went up to the Capitol, and there's our heads. That was a great view. But there we are, touristing
Look at
with the
my high
dog.
water pants. Look at that.
Yeah. Kathy and I in our cool shorts.
See how we used to wear our pants back then?
You bet.
High water.
So what is wrong with your pants?
Dave
That was
called
the thing.
That was the way they.
That was the way we were wearing back then.
Dave called those go to flood pants. They were high water pants.
Oh, another one of these pictures? We don't need another one.
The Adams family.
Nope, another picture of the cruising around, looking,
Sunny.
touristing, taking her turns holding Sonny.
That was very nice
And
there.
finally, we're at Berryessa.
Berryessa, right there.
And there we are, we're in action. We got the boat going and the kids had a grand time, and at one point, what
That's
was
where
it?
you
Pete?
said you met Charlie Tuna.
Mm-hmm. I didn't meet him.
Huh?
He wasn't there. I mean, he was there, but I didn't meet him.
Look at Sonny.
Let's go.
We're gonna go get a wash.
Yeah, that picture is not too clear in itself.
Well,
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway, we stayed there a week. It was such the perfect place to be.
Yeah, there's me and Sonny rowing out
And,
in that little area.
At one point, what was it? The pump or the thing that went down the stream and they never saw it again?
Oh, yeah, the pump to the raft.
Yeah, and lost it in the water, in the current. Never saw it again.
Well, you guys thought it was a perfect place, but I wanted to go home.
Yeah.
No, I thought you had a pretty good time with the gal that you met and the
So
other.
what are they doing there? Is that the hatchery? That's what
They're
they're
putting,
doing?
Probably dumping fish
Throwing
from the
fish in there,
hatchery,
I
huh?
That's what it is. See the splashing in the water?
Yeah.
that's what it looks like.
Sonny's all.
Now we're trying to catch them.
I'm gonna go get them.
Look at this. Wowee.
Is this X-rated or what?
Dave.
What am I doing with it?
And
A
Dave
fishbowl.
says, "What are you doing, Mom?"
What do you think you're fishing, Mom? Good Lord, I had a fishbowl. I enjoyed that though. Look at that, I did look just right.
Is that the eggplant
No, that's,
pancake?
no, I only had one attempt at pancakes and never did it again.
His Sonny, he was a beautiful dog.
Isn't that a beaut? Yes, sir, that was
But
fun.
he was the pick of the litter too, so.
Down by the river. And then Kathy befriended a couple that had kids, and she went with them up to the lake to go water skiing, was it, or boating, or what'd you do? Up
She
the lake?
water skied.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Boy, look at that campsite. Isn't that a great spot to be? We went back to check it out, and it was all closed up. No more campgrounds down there. That's Dave and
You.
me. I can't remember getting in the boat.
Yeah, I guess it is you. Yeah.
Sure
Well,
enough.
we've got a picture to prove it.
I'll be
Ooh.
darned. And there's
Yeah,
the up-and-coming Miss Legs.
that's a water skier.
Before she had 6 kids.
And where's this church?
See what it says on the back.
Virginia.
Virginia City.
Virginia City. Now we got there, yeah.
In a church like that in Virginia City.
That was up on top of the hill.
Okay, yeah, there's the Virginia City town, all right.
Back then, it was really meant something. It was historical. Now it's such a
Tourist trap.
tourist trap. It's no fun.
And Sonny's still with us. But the only time we really ran into problems is we got in Frisco and we had to find a place to stay that would take a dog. Look at how Kathy has grown. And Doug. Wow. Sure, like, these two pictures were, Luce said, at Lassen Volcanic Park in 1968, in the
Last
same
one.
time slot
Where Kathy fell off.
after Berryessa, or maybe it was on the same one. That's looking in the rear of the deal with the net down. You can't really see it because Okay, we're recording. Now we're continuing, and it's Ben and I on the date of
16th of
May 16, 94. Anyway, we're starting out in 1968. Here's Doug at Mount Baldy. Went up there with Sue Neely, Mark Neely, and Dave. There's one other picture, which about the same thing. The date is 1968. The boys all went hunting. Tom Hodder and Bob Johnson and Bob Smith.
No, Bob Smith's not in there.
Well, who's got the glasses in the
That's
center?
Bob Smith.
Well, that's Bob Smith. Downtown in the parade with the train that El
talking
Segundo has, yeah. And there's the front of the train. And there was a pom-pom group.
high school.
High school group. Maybe Kathy was in them and maybe she wasn't. I've got a picture of her with a pom-pom though. Picture of Kathy with the, her pom-pom while we're recording a riding around picture.
Well, I'm trying to see if it'll...
Okay, now we're in Arizona, out in the front of the hardware store, watching the parade. Thanks,
Parade.
Thanksgiving 1968, to the best of my knowledge. And there's Dave and Doug's down there with Sonny sitting in the street.
And that's
Who's in the middle?
Wilbur's youngest boy.
Oh. And here's Marcella.
Grandma, Doug and Sonny, and I don't know who the lady girl is.
It's Grandma with her big kerchief on. That's not, I think that's, could be Kathy in the background all tied up.
No, somebody
That's
else.
just not clear enough.
Not clear.
Here's the same photo, a little bit clearer hopefully. There's the parade. Can't see too much detail in the picture.
That's downtown. There's Cindy.
There's Cindy. Yeah, this is Arizona. The pom girls in Arizona. There's Kathy and Cindy. The two pom-pom girls, only Kathy's not in the action here. That's a good picture, basically. I probably haven't got it focused enough. There's some street action there.
There's Kelly and Doug. The girl,
Marcella, in the left background there.
Kathy.
This is all 1968 Thanksgiving. There we are. I think we're in the back of the hardware store. We can see the deal that the wind blew the whole back end of the store down. There's a good group. Good picture of Sonny. Sonny's photogenic. Looks like Doug's dog there. We're traveling again. I think we're on in Indio. We stopped to get a root beer or something.
That's about right.
On this is September 1968. We're out at Tommy's and Martha's, and there's Grandpa Hambright in the foreview there. And only one other picture in this sequence that shows Kathy with Lynn Ann and Mary Jane, I think. Okay, September 1968, our trip to Sycamore Grove again. We went when Dave was really little on the earlier film here. There's our camping rig in the background, Sonny down there. We must be down at the Santa Cruz Pier, the bunch. There we are. And the tourists. And there's that photogenic dog.
Our dog.
And here's a real one for the record. Both of them collapsed. Sonny's belly up. And it was worth running to get the camera to get a shot. Don't have this marked correctly, but we are guessing it's Christmas and our El Segundo house of 1968.
Oak Street house.
Yeah, the Oak Street house. There's that good-looking dog. And there's Gato, the cat, in the back. Gato, we acquired a couple years after we lost Ponce. Our Christmas tree. Here's Doug and Dave and Sonny and Gato. Okay, June 1969. Kathy in her new white formal.
Pretty.
That was a pretty enough dress to get married in. She was so pretty with her hairdo. And this is with her date to the prom, and I can't really tell for sure who this was. Kathy will know. She had a nice hairdo. And there's the two bandits with the queen. She looked really pretty. And then there's our acting dog. And somebody's the courthouse in Florence, Arizona, and it's on a postcard that was sent to us by the kids who we sent to Arizona on the bus. And this card says, "Dear Mom, soda money ran out. Please send a care package." And then the arrow goes up to say on the top, "Money, money, money, money." And signed, "Love, Doug and Dave, having a ball." We're in 1969. We're down visiting Grandma and Grandpa and Sella, probably Cindy with them at Oceanside, and Doug and Sella went fishing
On the pier.
on the pier. And this was our picture of Doug, and I think that's us in the background.
I got it.
And here's the picture that Grandma sent to us that she took with her camera of Sella and Doug and their catch. This May 1970, and Kathy in her dance costume. What a pretty girl. And there, I think that's Barbara Zagorski with her in her outfit. She had several pictures that were on stage. This is one, you can't hardly see it, but you get the idea. She's in that picture, and there was another one. She's in the picture up on stage. Not too good. Here's one of her portrait groups. Kathy's third from left. Group picture. This is Kathy. Far left.
That's much better there.
There's Kathy, far right, top side. And then this one, and
She's on top, right?
Kathy's on top. What cute girls. This 1970. Here's Ben on the new little Honda. Our second experiment with these fancy machines. Well, that's a good indoor shot. The cat and the dog on the bed. That's typical. And here we are up at Holly.
No, that's Grandma.
Oh, that's Grandma's back porch.
We were down in,
The whole bunch.
before we went up to Holly, probably, or go after.
Yeah. I'm standing behind Grandpa.
Back porch.
Uh-huh.
And we're over at Wilbur.
Oh, at his back deal. Having dinner over there, I guess.
Barbecue.
Yeah. Kicking back.
All the dogs in the picture there.
Yes, sir. Is that Chan?
Yeah, it's Jan. Sport.
Oh my goodness, look at that slim lady. Oof. More eating pictures. Hey, you got these all in pretty good order.
You bet.
That's Wilbur in the chair, huh?
It's Wilbur.
And Grandma and,
Grandpa himself.
yeah, what's Grandma got in her lap?
Now we're at Holly Lake.
Now we're at Holly Lake with our rig.
Cabin. I'm taking a rubber raft on.
Oh yeah, that's what that is. There's the raft out in the lake.
I think that's sunny out in the lake. Cindy, Dave on the shore. Doug, big fish.
There's Doug's big fish. Everybody was talking about this kid with the big fish, and it was Doug.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the picture. August 1970. There's Dave and Sonny parked up on the new little Honda in front of our garage. There's a raft in the background. And Dad and Sonny on the Honda. What is this, Dad?
I have no idea. It's something the boys came home with. I thought you were gonna weed them out. You don't want to take pictures of all those things.
Well, I thought that was your job.
No.
Okay, we don't know what we're looking at here. There's a good picture. Grandpa and
Cribbage player.
Doug and me playing cribbage.
That's right.
Ooh, wow. What a nice picture.
So, well,
Where are we?
that's in Sellers' cabin.
Oh, yes. And there's Ben up in the kitchen. I must have took that picture.
There's our Dave.
There's a good picture.
Grandpa.
Work here.
That's Sonny heading for shore. There he is coming in.
Happy dog found land.
Coming back in the boat or going out.
Yeah, getting in the boat
Getting
there.
in the boat, I guess.
God. There's a worn out dog.
On the perch.
On the rock. Posed.
So where's Lassie?
There's a cabin in the background up there. Yeah, that photogenic dog. There's the cabin side view. This was at Holly Lake.
It's a boat dock. Somebody taking their boat down. Can't tell whose car that is. That's Cindy. Long hair with her
Picture here
dog
isn't
heading out for the worm farm.
too big, but that's the scene of Sonny going down the steps of the cabin.
That's inside the
That's in looking at the kitchen end. Picture is not too clear here either.
oh, it's the pictures are on. There's Cindy. In bed, I guess.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking I know where this other picture was. It's a colored picture of Dave in the bed. I bet we were at the cabin. That's Marcella on the right there.
Either you or or
Or,
something.
yeah, I can't tell which.
Shoot.
Still can't tell.
I have no idea what that is.
Road picture.
Dog cleaning fish.
Yeah, look.
It's taken from inside the cabin.
Looking out over
Outside.
towards the lake.
Digging worm.
Oh yeah, we went over to the Salazango worm farm. Here again, these aren't very clear.
No, I wouldn't go check those.
They're too far away anyway. Who's that dog?
Our fish one.
Man, we did use that raft, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Those photographed fish in the Holly Lake.
There's Doug again.
Keep stretching it.
Yeah, fish is getting longer, huh? Hey, there's a picture. That's our not 67
57.
Ford station wagon and someone's cabin. Another lake scene. Yeah, I've got the date on this is December 1970. Kathy and Jeff all dressed up to go probably to the prom. Look at those corsages. It's Kathy. Nice shoes. What a pretty girl. Jeff. Then the two.
And when she sits around the teepee, she sits around the teepee. Hello, is this thing on? Here he is, Big Bad Bo. Put me down, you big galoot.
I will if you promise to marry me.
Never.
Well, at least promise to think about it.
Never.
Okay, then promise not to kick me in the shins again.
Okay.
All righty, partners. Are we ready to square dance or what?
Let's do it. 1, 2,